This week, I'm going to lead you through an energizing flow practice. It's a bit shorter flow. It's suitable for your mornings, afternoons, or just whenever you need to be picked up and energized. Let's get started. For this week's practice, the only prop that you might need would be a block. So if you have a block or maybe a stack of books that you can use as a block, just have them somewhere nearby in case you want to use them. But you might also do the practice without any props, completely up to you. When you are ready, we're going to start in child's pose. So make yourself comfortable and bring yourself into your child's pose. I suggest leaving some space in front of you on the mat. We are going to need that for the next movement. But first, find a gentle child's pose. Your legs could be wider apart or closer together. If you want, you can bring hands under the head if that supports your neck better. Take a moment. A few breaths here before we start to move. As we go through the practice, I would encourage you to follow your breath. So if you feel that I'm moving too fast or too slow, then follow your own breath. You can either skip a few repetitions or you can add repetitions, making sure that you are following your own pace and what you feel that you need for energizing yourself today. If Ujjayi breath is a part of your practice, then this would be a good time to find that Ujjayi breath. We'll take another few breaths in this child's pose. And throughout the practice, using that breath to kind of pick you up. Lift up your energy levels. And with your next couple of breaths, still in child's pose, start to walk your hands towards the top of the mat. So you're trying to reach your arms really long, starting to energize your arms, your shoulders. And gently press your palms onto the mat, opening or spreading the fingers, that spaces between the fingers. Take another breath in child's pose with your arms, your hands active. And then with your next in-breath, shift the weight forward onto hands and knees. You can walk your hands even further forward. As you exhale, open the front side into a big cobra pose, opening through the front. Next in-breath, lift yourself back onto hands and knees, and then exhale, round the back into child's pose, leaving your arms long in front of you. Same again, inhaling forward, exhaling, opening through the front. You might look up, opening the chest. Next in-breath, back onto hands and knees, exhaling into child's pose. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhaling forward and exhaling, opening the whole front side. Keep your arms active, lifting up through the chest bone. Inhaling back to hands and knees. Exhaling, child's pose. Once more with your own breath. Allowing your whole spine to move from your lower back all the way up to the neck. And once more. Find yourself in child's pose, still keeping arms active. Inhale onto hands and knees. Now tuck the toes under and exhale into downward dog. Allow your legs to lengthen, allow your spine to reach long. And then leave your feet where they are and start to walk your hands, your active hands, to your feet. Bring hands onto your shins, and as you inhale, extend the back into flat back, open the chest. Exhale, folding forward, maybe hands, fingertips on the mat. Flat back again, inhaling to flat back, either fingertips on the mat or hands on the shins. Exhale, bending down. You can bend your knees as well. One more flat back. Inhaling, halfway lift, open the chest. Exhale, bending down. And then as you inhale, roll your back up. You can reach arms up, open the chest. Maybe even looking up. Exhale, release the arms down. You can roll the shoulders. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see better. We'll go into the tree pose. Standing on the right foot, open your left hip. And you can either bring your left foot next to the ankle, shin, or you can bring your foot all the way up onto the inner thigh of that standing leg. Bring palms together in front of the chest. Focus your gaze. Either stay here with your arms, or as you inhale, lengthen arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, open arms sideways down, allowing your arms, your shoulders to move. You can do the same again. With the in-breath, lengthening arms up, right foot pressing down. Exhaling, arms come sideways down. You can do one more round with your in-breath, lengthening arms up. And then as you exhale, bring arms behind the back. And now either reach for the opposite elbow or interlock fingers behind the back. As you inhale, open your chest. Couple of breaths towards that chest space. Keeping inner thighs active, keeping your feet active. Take one more breath in and out. And then as you exhale, release your foot down, release your arms. And roll the shoulders. Stay on 2 feet. We're going to cross the arms for eagle. So now bring your right arm on top of the left, and then either twist the lower arms, the forearms around each other, or bring hands onto the opposite shoulder. We're going to inhale, lift the elbows just tiny bit higher up, maybe shoulder height. Exhale, lower your chin down towards the chest. And send a couple of breaths towards your upper back, between the shoulder blades. Soften the tops of the shoulders. Take one more breath in and out. Opening the upper back. And then as you exhale, release the arms. Inhale, open the chest. And bring arms down next to your sides. You can roll your shoulders. And before we do all this to the other side, we'll do side bend, the half moon pose. Now bring your right arm behind the back. And as you inhale, lengthen your left arm up, pressing down through the feet. And exhale, bend to your right. Actively opening the left side of the body. Pressing down, especially through that left foot. You might look up. You might also turn your gaze down towards the mat. Subtle lifting in through the lower belly. Take another breath in and out. You might slightly lean your pelvis to the left. And then as you inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale, release the arms. You can roll the shoulders again. And you can still stay the same way. I'm just going to turn sideways the other way around. We're going to do these poses to the other side. Now standing on the left foot for the tree pose. Open your right hip. Again, your foot could be next to your ankle, just below the knee on the shin, or you can lift your right foot up onto the left inner thigh. But try to feel legs gathering towards the center line. Palms together along that center line as well. Either stay here with your arms or inhale, lengthen arms up. And exhale, open the arms sideways down. Keeping chest open. You could do same again. Palms together, inhaling, lengthening up. Left foot grounding down. Exhale, open the arms. You do one more circle. Inhaling, lengthening up. And exhale, opening the arms. Now bring arms behind the back. Again, you can hold on to the opposite elbow or bring hands together, interlock fingers, and then inhale, open the chest. And feeling that lifting up through the chest bone. You could send a couple of breaths towards that chest bone as well. Take one more breath in and out. And then exhale, slowly release the arms, release your both feet down, closing that right hip. As you inhale, now we're going to cross arms in the eagle the opposite way. Left arm on top of the right. Again, you can either twist the forearms, bring palms together, or hold the opposite shoulder. Inhale, lift the elbows to about shoulder height. And then exhale, lower your chin down towards the chest. Try to soften the tops of the shoulders. And breathing between the shoulder blades. Active breaths in and out. Both feet grounding down. So legs stay active. And then as you exhale, release the arms. Inhale, open the chest. You can bring arms down next to your sides. Then bring your left arm behind the back. And as you inhale, send your right arm up, opening through the chest. Exhale, bend to your left. So now the opening is along the right side body. You could send a couple of breaths towards the ribs on the right side. Again, you might turn your gaze down if that releases your neck or shoulders more. Take another breath in and out. And then as you inhale, lift yourself back up. And exhale, release the arms. You can roll the shoulders. Make your way back to the back of the mat if you've moved away from there. Now as you inhale, lengthen both arms up, open the chest. Exhale, bend down, so folding forward, that full forward bend. As you inhale, walk your hands forward all the way into plank pose. Long line from your hip to your heels, pressing the floor away. Active hands here as well, spreading the fingers. Take another breath in and out. And then we're going to step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. Leave left hand on the mat. And as you inhale, twist out to the right. First couple of breaths, lengthen up through the right arm. So long line from left hand to the right hand. Then as you exhale, lower your left knee down to the mat. Bring right arm behind the back. And now open your chest a bit more. See if you could find just a bit more twist. Here as well, you might look up. You might look down to the mat. Pushing the floor away with your left arm. One more breath in. And as you exhale, close your chest. Release the twist. Bring both hands on the mat. And now find support through your hands. You can lift your left knee off the mat. And we're going to turn into half squat, walking hands in front of the pelvis along the long side of the mat. And now bend your right knee, leave your left leg extended. And you can either keep both hands on the mat, maybe your right elbow supporting the right hip open, or you can bring palms together in front of the chest and lift your back higher up. Breathe here in and out. Wherever you are, breathe in and out. And then if you have palms together, lower hands or fingertips on the mat. We're going to lift the pelvis up. Do this half squat on the other side. So lift yourself up. Walk hands a bit more to the left. You can adjust your feet and then lower your pelvis down again. Now bending the left knee, extending, opening the right leg. And again, you could keep your arms down Or bring palms together in front of the chest. Keep a bit of lifting up through the back. So we're not collapsed down. We're actively lifting away from the mat. Take one more breath in and out. And then bring your hands down again. Put weight onto your hands. We're going to lift the pelvis up and turn into the lunge towards the left foot. Now first, again, keep your right hand down. Keep right knee lifted. And inhale, twist out to the left. Opening through the chest. Actively lengthening that line from left hand to the right hand. And then exhale, bring your right knee down and bring your left arm behind the back. Open through the chest, maybe finding a bit more twisting. You might look up, you might look down. Take another breath in and out. And then as you exhale, close the chest. Bring your hands down, lift the right knee off the mat. And now walk hands in the middle, turn into a wide-legged forward bend. You can adjust your feet, both feet, toes, turn towards the long side of the mat. Take a couple of breaths in and out here. Still here, keeping your feet active. And then we're going to bend the knees and inhale, roll the back up. You could reach arms up. Exhale, bring palms together in front of the chest. Take a couple of breaths in and out, opening your hips, turning feet slightly open so that when you bend your knees and toes go in the same line. Bring arms down next to your sides, extend the legs. Now as you inhale, lengthen arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows and push hands out to the sides like you're pushing walls away. Inhale again, lift yourself up, extending the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows and push hands out to the sides. 2 more times with the in-breath, lengthening up. Exhale, bending the knees, bending elbows, pushing hands out to the sides. 1 more time, inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, bending knees, pushing hands out to the sides. Inhale, lifting up. Now turn your toes again towards the long side of the mat. Bring arms behind the back, interlock fingers. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, 1 more full forward bend, either keeping hands on your lower back or extend the arms away from the back. Make sure there's no pain in the shoulders. Keep legs active, the fronts of the legs active, inner thighs active. Head can drop down. Take a couple more breaths here, in and out. And then staying in that forward bend, bring hands onto your lower back and slowly release your hands or fingertips down on the mat. Walk hands to your right foot, turning toes towards the front of the mat. Step into downward facing dog. Head can drop down, you can move your feet here. Shake the head. Breathe in and out. And then exhale, bring your knees down and round your back into child's pose. Leaning the pelvis back. Head could lean onto the mat. And take a couple of breaths here, in and out. Just observing the breath, how it's flowing in and out. Allow your feet, your thighs, your hips to soften. Take another breath in and out. And then slowly with your next couple of breaths, roll your back up. Bring yourself into a seat. This could be a cross-legged seat. Where do you feel you could spend a couple of minutes? We're not going to end the practice in Shavasana today. We'll try to keep up this energy, but we'll do a couple of seated poses before closing the practice. So find your easy seat. And then you bring your left hand onto your right knee or thigh. This is where you could use a block. You could bring a block behind you. Bring your right hand onto the block so you can press the floor, the block away. As you inhale, open your chest to the right. And exhale, you gently twist just a bit further to the right. Keeping tops of the shoulders soft. You might look over right shoulder, but that's very optional. You can also look out to the side or look over the left shoulder. Take another breath in and out. And then exhale slowly, release the twist. Come back to center. You can roll the shoulders. If you have your legs crossed, you might change that crossing in your legs. And we're going to twist to the other side. So now you could bring your right hand on the left knee or thigh. And you could have a block under the left hand or just bring left hand onto the mat. Inhale, lift yourself up. You could press down through that left hand. Exhale, twist out to the left. Again, see what you want to do with the neck. Try not to tense the neck. Feeling that long line from your pelvis up through the spine to the neck. Breathing maybe a bit more to that chest space. Take another breath in and out. And then exhale slowly, release the twist. Come back to center. You can roll the shoulders. And then bring the soles of the feet either together or just turn them towards each other for a butterfly pose. Here you could sit on top of a block if that helps your hips. With in-breath, lifting up through the back. Exhale, folding forward. Hands could be around the feet or you can step hands in front of you on the mat. Another in-breath. Reaching your back, your head slightly forward. Exhale, bending just a bit further down. Maybe it's just releasing the neck, the head down. 2 more breaths. With an in-breath, a gentle reaching forward. Out breath, releasing down. 1 more breath, following your own pace, your own rhythm. And then as you inhale, slowly roll your back up. You can open the chest, roll the shoulders. And then you might cross your legs again. Find an easy seat. Here again, you might sit on a block. Having something under the pelvis might help the hips to soften. You might bring your hands together in front of the chest or bring one hand onto your chest, the other hand down onto the belly. I'll take a few breaths here in and out. Few breaths to close the practice, but keeping that energy in. Keeping yourself awake. Keeping yourself energized for the rest of the day. As always, at the end of the practice, thank yourself, most importantly, for taking this time to look after yourself, for picking yourself up for the rest of the day. I thank you very much for joining in, and also Happy New Year 2024, more yoga to follow. Thank you so much for joining in this year 2023. Namaste. Thank you.